one is chosen, one has no choice.
Why was I chosen?
Because you're pure of heart.
A Shalom Akim Wa'akwath of the elect of the nation of Israel, the nation of Yahshua Allah. This is Issachar coming back with another video entitled, You were chosen to receive this knowledge because you are pure of heart. Okay, your heart in the Hebrew is la'ab. Okay, or labia, my mind or your mind. Okay, the heart is symbolism to your mind, to your spirit. And the inspiration of this lesson came out of a new series that I'm watching on Netflix. And it's very spiritual. It's called the Wu Assassin. Okay, and pretty much in the series, I'm barely in season 1. Okay, the whole premise of this supernatural, okay, which we know that supernatural incidents, man, it's all throughout the scriptures. But hey, before I go into the premise, giving all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Raha HaKodesh, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which are the men that taught me the 100% truth according to the law and the testimony of the Heavenly Father and His Son. So in the premise, okay, there's an individual which, if you have the spiritual senses, this individual is an Israelite man, okay, by the name of Kai Jin. It says he was a young Chinatown chef in present-day San Francisco, becomes entangled with the Chinese triad's pursuit of deadly ancient powers known as the Wu Xing, which really the Wu Xing, okay, there's goes into the 5 phases of the elements, you know, water, fire, wood, metal. Okay, and the scriptures speak about, you know, the various elements and spiritual powers, okay, that on the left and the right side, because what Esau does, he uses the elements like it tells you in the book. Was that in Sirach? It speaks about how Jake uses the elements for righteousness. Matter of fact, let me get that. Sirach, fire, water. This is Ecclesiasticus 39:26. The principal things for the whole use of man's life, which is an Israelite man, are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing. So the point here is water, fire, iron, okay, which are elements that we essentially use in our daily lives. Okay, but the Wu Xing, if that's how you pronounce it, what they do with the elements, which that's symbolism to Esau, Edom. It says here that all these things are for good to the godly, so to the sinners, which is Esau and the other nations, they are turned into evil. So in this series, the protagonist, Kai Jin, he was a chosen man to, you know, bring back order. Okay, bring back, you know, the order of the 5 phases, which tells you here. It says, the system of 5 phases was used for describing interactions and relationships between phenomena. After it came to maturity in the 2nd or 1st century BCE during the Han Dynasty. And brothers, if you have the knowledge, or if you don't have the knowledge of Sun Tzu, which he was a Chinese scholar, philosopher, which I believe in the spirit, he was an Israelite man. He was an Israelite during the ancient dynasty times of Moab, who understood about the knowledge of, you know, alchemy, you know, military, you know, and that dates back to, I believe it was way before Yahweh Shai's time, okay, during the time of the prophets, believe it was 300 BC, if I'm not mistaken. But in one of their books, it's called Zanzu, Hidden Writings, something to that effect. It gives you a chronological order of the ancient dynasties of Moab. Okay, Moab and slash Ammon, and we understand that these nations who today they a lot of them they teach about alchemy, modern medicine, herbs. They learned that from us brothers, from our ancestors. But it says here this device was employed in many fields of early Chinese thought, including seemingly disparate fields as Yi divination, alchemy, feng shui, astrology, traditional Chinese medicine, music, military strategy, and martial arts. And all these uh, attributes of the so-called classical elements or five elements, it all goes back to the scriptures. You read about our forefather King David when he reigned as a king around 1000 BC. He had these Moab dynasties under subjection, man. Okay, a lot of these different Moabites, they observed and learned our ways. Okay, and one of those ways was the ways of martial arts, military strategy. It tells you in Exodus, the 15th chapter, that Yahweh is a man of war. Okay, he's a very tactician and strategic power, man. But going back here, so pretty much, I actually had to videotape, okay, this scene. So this woman that you see here, okay, that's wisdom. Okay, so wisdom reveals herself to Kaijin, and Kaijin is just your typical, Israelite man. Okay, you might be a brother that might work at a warehouse. You might be working in construction, dishwasher, food runner. Hey, you might be a brother that's a chef. And that's your and that's how you earn your living. You like to cook. Okay, but then Yahweh Shemel Shai, through His will, He sees you as a man who's fit, okay, for this knowledge. He sees that you have pure intent, you have a pure heart, and He chooses you, man, to be one of His men to fulfill His order here on earth. And that order is the order of Melchizedek. When you read the accounts of the Levitical priesthood, that whole order, okay, is going to be done away with when Yahushua comes back. Yahushua is going to come and give a new order on earth. Okay, but even before that happens, what the Lord is doing with His men, He's waking them up to the knowledge of who they are. Yahweh Shemel Shai is giving His men the proper authority, okay, and spiritual powers, okay, to display that order on earth, okay, that like it tells you in Judges, rehearsing the righteous acts. So you're gonna have young men, young Israelite brothers, okay, and also because you might be a brother that's 40 years old and you just came into the truth maybe at 39, okay, but you're still young in the spirit. You might be old in age but young in the spirit. So Kaijin in this series, Wu Assassin, okay, that symbolism to the Israelite man. So it says here, after an encounter with a mystical spirit, okay, the Rakak Wadash, which is wisdom, it says Kai reluctantly becomes the Wu Assassin. And that's a spirit because Kai Jin, he was being stiff-necked. He's like, no, I don't want to be a hero or a Wu Assassin, because really a Wu Assassin, what it means in this series is someone who gets rid of evil, someone, a spirit that gets rid of darkness. So pretty much in this truth, man, us brothers who have received the knowledge, okay, we're spiritual assassins of false doctrine. Anything that's evil, anything that's out of order, confusion. Yahweh Shemel Shai chose us to get rid, okay, of these dark spirits. So real quick, so in this scene, okay, Kaijin, because Kaijin, he's in both the spiritual world and the physical realm. And at times he might be, for example, he might be shopping at a local flea market, or he might be having a dialogue with the friend in the world. But then wisdom will come into his spirit, and he'll go from the physical realm to the spiritual realm. See, that's why right here I'm gonna translate it. It says in Spanish, "Que demonios," meaning he's like, "What the hell?" or "What the demons?" Like, what am I doing here? Okay, and then he's asking wisdom. Okay, can you bring me here whenever you want? Like, or why are you bringing me to the spiritual realm whenever you want? Okay, and then she replies, "The Tao is what brings you here, Kai. You are united with them." So pretty much what the Tao is. Okay, I want to break it down. What the Tao is, I'll bring us some scriptures too. Okay, what is the Tao? It says the path. The Tao, the blue energy of space and time flows through. Okay, let me get that. You see, man, because the Tao is pretty much the presence of Yahweh Bashim Shai, which is Yahweh Shai being the path. It says the path is a dimension that exists between heaven and earth. The gate to the path can only be accessed by two ways. If a person is the Wu assassin, you see that? So a Wu assassin is like a prophet, man. So a prophet, okay, the only spirit that can access both the heaven and the earth, the heavenly realm and the earthly realm, at times of need. Okay, yeah, you got to be a prophet. It says, and acquiring an artifact that acts as a guidepost, which is what the scriptures, man, as well as five Wu lords. The Tao, the blue energy of space and time, flows through the path. Okay, and that goes into what? Let me get a scripture. Okay, that path, that's Yahweh Shai, because we cannot access the knowledge of this truth without going through Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai is that path. He is the Tao. John 14:6. Yahweh Shai said unto him, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." You see, Yahweh Shai is the path. No man, all right, no war assassin or prophet, spiritually speaking, cometh unto the Father but by me. See that? So the only way to access the Tao, okay, is you have to be a spiritual, a war assassin / prophet, man. And again, a war assassin, it's not like the Sakari. The Sakari, they are the physical carnal assassins, man. They're very carnal, but the spiritual level, a war assassin is those that have a pure heart. You have a pure intent, man. So you brothers that have this knowledge, hey, the reason that why you were chosen is because Yahweh Shemel Shai sees your mind, your spirit, okay, of a true intent. Again, Psalms 24:3. Who shall ascend into the holy hill of the Lord? Or who shall stand in his holy place? And there's an example of a prelude of the holy place. Kai entering into the spiritual realm, and having a dialogue with wisdom. It says, "He that hath clean hands," meaning you're a brother that's innocent. Now, you might have been a brother that's done, a lot of wickedness before you came into the truth. Okay, hey, even if you're in the truth, at times you might go off. The scriptures speak about a righteous man fallen 7 times, but get it back again, stronger. Your intent, your spirit's like, man, I want to do the right thing, and you're just fighting, man. You consistently fighting to be in the proper path to Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. That's what makes you an Israelite of a pure heart. Okay, it says, who hath not lifted up his soul unto vanity. You see that your mind is not in this world, man. Your mind is in the kingdom of Yahweh Shemel Shai. You seek order. Okay, you do your best to do things decently and in order, man. You're a very patient brother. You speak less. You observe more. You see, nor sworn deceitfully. Yeah, meaning you're not speaking of false doctrine. You want to keep your teachings simple as possible. Okay, you just want to do what's right, man, in the eyes of Yahweh Shemel Shai here on earth. You're fighting the like in this series, you're fighting the dark forces, man. Okay, so you're gonna do whatever it takes, man. At times you might again, we give examples how brothers, even in this knowledge, you go off. You're still adjusting, but since you're not perfect yet, you might go off at times, but you're always trying to figure out different ways, different manners to be a better spirit. Okay, though your heart might be pure, okay, in the eyes of Yahweh Shemel Shai, you want to purify it more, like it tells you in, let me get that here in Psalms 51 and 10. Create in me a clean heart. And there's a prayer of King, even King David, man. He was perfect, like it tells you in Acts 13:22. And when he had removed them, he raised up unto them David to be their king, to whom also he gave their testimony and said, I have found David the son of Jesse, a man after the Most High's heart. You see that? A man after mine own heart, which shall fulfill my will. So, David, when he was a king, though he strived to be perfect, he committed adultery, and also he committed murder while in the truth. But Yahweh Shemel Shai had mercy on him, because he saw King David, that he still had that pure heart. Yahweh Shemel Shai understands that brothers, though they have a pure heart, a pure intent, at times you go off, man, but you're still fighting to not lift up your soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. It says, verse 5, he, okay, the elect, you brothers that have received the knowledge, he shall receive the blessing, the knowledge from Yahweh Shemel Shai, and righteousness from the power of his salvation. This is the generation, all right? This is the time, man. You brothers that are in this faith, you are that generation. In Psalms 24 and 6, of them that seek him, that seek thy face, O Jacob, Selah. You see that? So going back to the point here in this series, it says here, the Tao is what brings you here. You see, Yahweh Shai, him being the path, that's what brings the prophets, okay, to unity. And it says here, wisdom tells Kai, you have a lot of questions, and that's what happened during the time of our forefather Esdras. Esdras, he had a lot of questions. He was asking the angel, hey, why are we going off? Well, why is all hell breaking loose? And hey, the angel slash via wisdom, slowly but surely gives him those answers. It says, your answer, it's in your understanding. No, Salakia, your answer is in your training, and it starts now. You see that? And once we receive the knowledge of the truth, man, whether it was in 2007, 2010, 2012, 2018, 2023, okay, your answers to the path is in this truth and this training, through the furnace of adversity. Okay, it says you adopt the customs of the best monks, all right, the monks being our ancestors. It says their style of teachings or fighting will give you power, and their faces will protect you. That's what it says here. Okay, and it tells you that in the book of Job. Seek the old path, man. The old path is the best path, which is Yahweh Shai. Thus say Jeremiah 6:16. Thus said the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths. Okay, and you gotta seek the 1,000 monks, which are your ancestors, like it tells you. Okay, in the Wu series here, it says after an encounter with the mystical spirit, which is wisdom, Kai reluctantly becomes the Wu assassin, imbued with the skill and power of 1,000 monks who choose to die together to place their collective essence into an amulet. Having absorbed the amulet, Kai uses his enhanced martial arts skills to recover supernatural powers from 5 modern-day criminals threatening to destroy the world. He is the 1,000th and last in the line of Wu assassins, man, and that's spiritual because us brothers, we are the last line of defense of our ancestors that are going to recover, okay, our power. And then once we recover our power, which is having access to Yahweh Shema Shai, man, we're going to be able to have those supernatural powers to bring down Esau Edom. Okay, going back here, it says, and once you dominate their methods or their customs, you will be ready. You see that, man? So once your brothers are pure in heart, your minds are renewed according to the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, your stability is at an all-time high. Pretty much you're ready for Jacob's trouble, in other words, or you're ready for Yahweh Shema Shai to bring this kingdom. Your spirit's ready, but according to the time of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, it says here, okay, Kai is like, I'm not an assassin. Okay, because you have two types of assassin. An assassin like unto a murderer, man, like just a wicked Israelite. But then you have an assassin who he gets rid of evil, okay, of wickedness at a spiritual level. So Kai is like, he's telling wisdom, I'm not an assassin. But wisdom's like, when you are the chosen, you have no option. You see that? So you brothers, and you have no option, man. You're like, I don't want to be a prophet. Like Jonah, our forefather Jonah, hey, he was being stiff-necked. He's like, hey, I don't want to be chosen. But the Lord said, look, I'm the Lord, man. Can you cannot deny my presence, man. I have the power to make you a prophet whenever I want. I have chosen you. This is the book of John 15:16. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you. You see that? So you brothers that have this truth, man, you were chosen. Again, you might be a food runner, you might be a chef, you might be a dishwasher, you might be a construction worker. Shit, you might be a CEO of a company, but according to Yahweh Shema Shai's will, he only chooses those that he ordained, okay, to bring forth fruit. And that your fruit, which is your work, should remain. That whatsoever you ask of the Father in my name, Yahweh Shema Shai, he may give it to you. So once you have access to the path, which is Yahweh Shai, okay, then through Yahweh, and the Lord will give you your heart's desire. Hey, but that starts, at a minimal level, and that starts increasing after you start purifying your heart more and more. Hey, the Lord will start he'll start blessing you, man, with things unimaginable, and ultimately that's going to be the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shai. So again, in this series, Kai is telling wisdom, why am I chosen? And then wisdom replied back with, when you're chosen, you have no option. It says here, why did you choose me? Wisdom's like, because your heart is pure. You see that? So going back to, okay, the precept I brought out earlier, Psalms 24:4, he that hath clean hands and a pure heart. You see that? So your heart must be pure to receive, okay, this knowledge. Then it says here, because San Francisco is the whole center of the enemy. So in other words, Babylon the Great, man. But yeah, I just wanted to get into this lesson, man, how I'm watching this new series called The Wu Assassin, which is all symbolism to the Israelite man. Okay, given the knowledge to get rid of evil. Okay, and the only way to receive this knowledge is if you have a pure heart. Let me get one more. Okay, the Lord ain't gonna give this knowledge to a very profane Israelite, man. That's why Esau can't get it. That's why 2/3 in Babylon cannot understand the path, man, because their spirit, okay, is very profane, man. It's very carnal. Titus 1:15, unto the pure all things are pure, but unto men that are defiled and unbelieving. Now you might have an Israelite, you might see his outer appearance. You might have an APAC, buff, tall, 6'5", has his 401k invested in the stock market. He has everything figured out in this world economically. He has a physique, but his mind, his spirit is unpure, and the Lord ain't dealing with man who might have it all on this earth. Okay, but their mind is profane. You see, but even their mind and conscience is defiled. You see that? So, hey, the Lord, like it tells you in the scriptures, the Lord looketh at the heart of man. This is 1 Samuel 16:7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. You see that? So again, you might be a brother that's a chef. You might do these so-called dirty jobs where you do the most work, but you get paid the less. But your mind is pure. Hey man, you're most likely one of the elect. Okay, that's why we tell brothers, keep enduring, keep purifying your spirit, man. Like it tells you in the scriptures, keep your eyes single to the best of your ability. Stay focused, and the Lord's gonna start revealing more truth, more knowledge. He's gonna start giving you more power, man, to the point where when Jacob's trouble comes on the scene, man, hey, you're gonna have those supernatural powers, man, because your mind is so focused, it's so pure. Okay, that no demonic thoughts, okay, will come into your mind, man. You'll be able to, bring down Esau's kingdom through the supernatural powers from the heavens, and that's only gonna happen for those Israelites, the Israelite man, starting with the prophets, whose heart is pure as silver, as pure as gold, man. You see, hey, with that, pray this lesson was edifying. I want to say shalom.